What's up, everybody, and welcome to the Dog Pound. That is the Eagan Community Center here in Eagan, Minnesota, as we get ready to wrap up this 2019 NBL regular season. Your Eagan Bulldogs are getting ready to take on TC Elite in a rematch from earlier this season. We'll get into more of that in just a minute. My name is Jason Reinders. I am a certified G and a bona fide stud, and you can't teach that. This right here, this is Jacob Weldy, and he's still not 7 feet tall, but you can't teach that. Bada boom, realest team in the room. Jake, how you doing?
You know, Jason, I'm always doing great, but let's just get down to the game.
Absolutely right, Jake. Here we go. This is the last game of the regular season. You saw yesterday with the 122-111 victory. The Eagan Bulldogs wrapped up the 2 seed, guaranteeing us 1, 2, and with an upset, maybe a third home game in the playoffs. Guaranteed 2 as long as we win next week, of course, and that game is all but set. That one should be against the Broncos. Jake, all that said, is this a potential trap game for the Bulldogs, being as they don't really have anything to play for? Seeding's locked up. We know who we're playing. We know where we're playing. Meanwhile, TC Elite has a lot to play for. Is this a trap game for the Bulldogs?
I would not call this a trap game, Jason. I would call this a momentum game. You never, ever want to go into the playoffs with a loss. You want to go in there playing your best basketball, so them playing high level today is going to propel them well going next week.
Good point there. I do agree, but you know, in the same fashion, it can still be considered a trap game. All that being said, the Bulldogs come in at 11-4, trying to go to 12-4. TC Elite comes in at 8-7. They've got something to play for. With a little bit of help, or a lot of help, as the case may be, they could fall, or they could grab the 4 seed and get a home game next weekend. Meanwhile, with a loss, they could fall as far as the 6 or maybe even the 7 seed, depending on how everything else goes. Would you rather? Would you rather TC Elite come out and just play? Would you rather them take a break? I mean, how do you see this game going, Jake?
Well, I see a high-level Bulldogs team and a high-level TC Elite team. I mean, you're talking about the defending league champions. So you can never take those games lightly when you're talking about these level games. And then you're talking about a Bulldogs expansion franchise who's got a lot of former TC Elite players on it. So I think both teams want this game. They absolutely want this game.
Wanting the game, yes, there's a lot, and you mentioned there's a lot of bad blood, a lot of former TC Elite players. The one thing I've known about TC Elite these last couple of years is there seems to be a lot of turnover year to year, and yet they consistently pump out championship caliber seasons. Now, all that being said, let's transition into your spotlight here. Who's your Bulldog spotlight today, Jake?
Oh, the Bulldog spotlight. We're going to highlight number 21 for your Eagan Bulldogs, Ernest Clayton. Now, Ernest Clayton is a big stretch man. He can pound you down low. He can step back down to 3. He's consistent at the free throw line, and his defense is defense. You know, a lot of games we considered him kind of a Butterfingers, but after last week, when he said that he worked on him, definitely showed, and I think it's going to show again more improvement today. His ownership is high on him. They say he's got consistently better every game, and I got to agree. You know, he does everything well off the bench, and he likes coming off that bench, and it just gives them more depth.
Last thing here before we cut to tip-off, this is a rematch from May 19th. That was one of the Bulldogs' only losses on the year. Remember, we've got 4. That was at TC Elite. That was a 120-118 game. How big will that play into everything going into today, the last game of the regular season?
I think that plays in big. I think it could be a close-knit game. It could be a blowout. We don't know. That's why we play the games. If we knew the certainty, then why do you ever play the game? I mean, we always do our score predictions. Usually we're around that 110 marker, but given the history of these teams, I think it's going to be a little bit higher. I'm going to go 125 today.
Okay, I'll undercut you a little bit. I'm thinking it's going to be a little closer to 120 as the winning score. The first team to 120 should probably win this game. Either way, Jake's ready to go. I'm ready to go. Jason Reinders, Jake Weldy. We're here on the call as always. We'll be here throughout the playoffs. We will see you in just a few minutes for tip-off. All right. right, second quarter underway now. Bulldogs inbound to Bryce Williams. Deshaun Springs makes his first appearance in the game. CJ Parker. CJ backing down Darius Robinson, kicks it out to Bryce. Bryce into the lane, tries to get the runner, can't get it to go. Owens up to Cooper, behind the back to Williams. Fancy pass there to 0-0 Perel Williams. He now has 4, and it's 29-20.
Deshaun Springs.
Sean Scott over to Deshaun Springs. That was a nice pass in there. CJ in and draws the foul. He will go to the line for 2.
What it says.
We're good?
Hour 23? Hell yeah, we'll be good.
CJ Parker to the line for the first time in this game, as he is 1 for 1. It makes it 30.
Oh, you can see Sean and Cooper over here jawing at each other.
And CJ makes them both. 2 for 2 to the line. 2 for 2 from the line for CJ Parker. Cooper into Love. Love backing him down. And they're going to call that foul on Ernest Clayton. Ernest Clayton, getting some of his first minutes, gets his first foul. Javion Bradley checking in now for Michael Cooper. Owens under the basket, gives it to Love. Love all the way, and will go to the line. Love to the line again for 2. And that one goes on Ernest Clayton again. So the refs basically let the guys play yesterday, and now they're starting to call a lot.
They're calling absolutely everything. It looked like Clayton got a lot of the ball there, and you got to wonder if that owner from TC Elite, she's up off the end of the bench. She isn't a coach, she's an owner. She's not supposed to be getting involved.
Love a little wild from the line. That's not something usually. The way he's shooting from the line, I can't think of the word I'm looking for. The way he's shooting from the line looks a little different than the normal one, but it is his shot, and he goes waning on the first one. Second free throw is up.
Gotcha, baby.
And second free throw is good for Latrell Love. Timeout for the Bulldogs. 11:08 to go here in the first half. 31-21. It's back to a 10-point lead.
Well, right now, we're going to see, when you're up 10, you think everything's going okay, and then those runs happen. Can you answer? Right now, with the free throws being a little bit in the favor of the Bulldogs, I think they need to keep going inside, force the action, force those rest to blow those whistles. If they want to blow them today, force them to blow them.
The timeout is coming to a close. I think he's saying make sure you stop it during the timeouts. All right, back here, the timeout is over, and it's Clayton inbounds to Deshaun Springs. Springs to bring it up, gives it to CJ, back to Springs. Springs for 3, no, way short. Rebound falls to Bradley, he's going to push it up, gets it to Williams, and it goes out of bounds. Maybe it wasn't out of bounds. Maybe they called a foul there and I didn't see it. Or maybe it went out of bounds off the Bulldogs. Either way, TC Elite basketball. Bradley kicks it to Love. Love loses his handle, gives it back to Bradley. Bradley short from 3. A.J. Wilson gets the rebound. Sean Scott to bring it up now. 10.5 to go here in the first half. Into CJ, gets it tipped away, but he regathers. CJ, that's a 2-ball. Yes, sir. And CJ Parker hits it, and the ball goes out of bounds off TC Elite under the basket. Back to Bulldog basketball, 12-point lead, 10:15 to go in the second quarter. That's over to Sean. Sean for 3. No, way short. That shot was off out of his hand, and I'm sure he knew it. Robinson spins. Rebound to AJ, and a home run ball tried to go to Deshaun Springs, and he can't get up to it. Ford.
Good D.
Ford tried to get the passes tipped away from AJ or CJ, and he sits there and screams in the face of some of the fans to our left.
You know, as we always make a lighter note, doesn't the ref in front of us look like a little bit like Chris Rock?
A little bit. I can see that. I can definitely see that. Cooper back in, gives it to Owens. Owens to be guarded by CJ. Into Love, into Williams. Williams backs him down. Running hook is good. Perel Williams has 6. Inbounds to AJ, back to Springs to CJ. CJ for 3. No. Rebounded by Sean Scott. Good follow. Turns, gets the bucket. Sean Scott has 10. He is the first one into double figures today. Cooper kicks it to Owens. Owens for 3. Way short. Sean Scott with the follow. Gives it up to CJ. CJ gets through the double team, kicks it to Trey. No. Rebound to Love. Bradley, that one's stolen away by Trey. Deshaun Springs. And Deshaun Springs will go to the line for 2.
Good rip. Good rip. Good rip. What did he say?
I didn't hear him. .23 is the score. 8:49 to go here in the first half. The Bulldogs have led from the tip, and it's Deshaun Springs to the line for 2 to extend the lead a little bit more. Springs gets the first one to fall. That is his first point of the game.
Largest lead of the game today too, Jason, if I'm not correct.
I do believe so. I do believe that is correct. Springs hits the second one as well. He's got 2 points, and it's a 14-point lead. Cooper to race forward for TC Elite. Behind the back to Love. Love for 3. Yes, sir. Latrell Love has a 3-ball, and he's got 13. Springs to AJ. AJ travels. That's absolutely a travel. I saw the feet shuffle on that one. Cooper to inbound for TC Elite. Inbounds to Owens. Nearly picked away. It was triple team there for a second. Love for another 3-ball. No. Owens with the rebound. No. Sean Scott's gonna not get to that ball, but it doesn't matter. It is Eagan basketball. 8:13 to go now, and it's back to an 11-point game. Springs gives it to Sean Scott. Sean, long 3 for Sean. No, and they're not going to call the foul. Rebound tip by AJ to Deshaun Springs, and Springs quickly has 4. Back to 13.
You hear this crowd, they want the defense. This defense has been good all game. There it is again, though. Still good defense.
Williams misses the long 3. Trey Scott to bring it up. Trey for 3. Trey, no. Rebound by AJ. And a missed pass there comes to Owens, and that's another missed pass. Good save there by Cooper. Bradley for three, no. What did they call there, Jake? Did you see it?
I don't see it.
Well, they're calling a foul either way. And I think they called it on CJ, if I'm not mistaken, because that's who he's talking to. So if I'm correct, that is CJ's second. TC Elite to inbound from under the basket.
Looks like Terrell Clark getting ready to check back in.
And here comes Terrell Clark, will come in for CJ. Coach is over there and asking for postgame. No. And the good dribble keep there by Terrell Clark. Beautiful dribbling. Kicks it to Trey for a deep three. Yes, sir, Trey Scott with his first points of the game. And that was an NBA range three there, Jake.
He was shooting them that way in pregame. Close the airspace. That's what I've been talking about.
And that one is tipped away, and AJ comes away with it up to Sean. Deshaun Springs. 42-26. Sean with the spin, up and under. Can't get the and one, but he does get the bucket. Sean Scott, ladies and gentlemen, has 12.
The emotional Sean Scott.
Cooper into Love, nearly gets it stolen away, but commits the foul. Sean Scott commits his first. 44-26 now, as it's a 18-point lead. And I don't know, is it possible to end the game at halftime or have a runaway game at halftime and not be out of range?
How about 2 weeks ago, Minnesota Broncos, we were up by 40 at half. Just saying.
And that one really could have been a travel on Love, but it gets tipped away and falls to Cooper. Cooper, Springs nearly loses it, and he will get across the line. Kicks it to Trey, again for three, and again he's good! Trey Scott, 2 buckets, 2 3 balls. Love spins, and gets the travel, and it's a 21-point game under 6 minutes to go here in the second quarter.
It's the whole wheels on the bus, Jason.
Deshaun Springs will inbound to Terrell Clark. Clark behind the back. And they're going to call the foul there. Didn't see who it went on.
Porter coming in.
Bradley to come out for TC Elite. Will Porter checks back in for the first time since his injury. And I do see it down there. Cooper is talking to the referee. So whatever they're talking about has been solved, I think. And we will see the inbound from the side. And it is Eagan basketball. Sean Scott to take the inbound. Gives it to Terrell Clark. 5:48 to go into Sean. Sean thinking about it, gets around, down into the lane, and gets the bucket to go. Sean Scott has 16. Bradley. That one is on Trey Scott. So I believe that is his third.
They say he's shooting 2, so apparently there's a bonus right now.
Javion Bradley to the line for TC Elite. And Bradley gets the free throw to fall. 49-27, it's a 22-point game. And he can't get the second one. AJ Skies for the rebound. Terrell Clark. Deshaun Springs for 3. Yes, sir! Deshaun Springs for 3. And he's got 7. Porter, wide open 3. No. Rebound comes to Owens.
That's short.
Bradley, that goes down and out, and it's tipped back up and in by Latrell Love. Clark to bring it across. Clark takes the bump and can't get the bucket, so he will go to the line for 2. And if I saw that correctly, that one goes on Mark Cooper, and that is his first. Terrell Clark to the line for 2 now. Clark, his first free throw attempt is up and rattles home. It's good. Terrell Clark gives us 53. It is 53-29, back to a 24-point game, Jake.
This could threaten to be a runaway here in the first half, but then if they keep that up in the second half, this could be a blowout.
Clark drains the second one. He's got 4 free throw makes today. On top of his 3 baskets, he's got 10. Owens for TC Elite brings it across the line. Under 5 minutes to go in the second quarter. And they're going to call the push-off there on Rodney Owens. That should be his third. 4:46 to go, 54-29 in favor of your Bulldogs. Deshaun Springs inbounds to Terrell Clark, and away we go. Clark with Cooper on him, goes up and under, and I believe he will go back to the line for 2 here. That one does go on Cooper for sure. Clark back to the line for 2. The game pace has ground to a halt here in the last few minutes.
But this is Bulldog basketball. They like to play both paces. We both know that. They'll play up tempo, they'll play down tempo. Right now, I think they're just trying to wear on them. They know the clock's their friend. They're trying to use it.
He hits the first free throw to make it 55-29. The second one falls short. Rebounded by Love. Gives it up to Bradley. Bradley. And Deshaun Springs is called for the foul. So Bradley will go to the line for TC Elite with a chance to trim the lead by a couple of points here.
They got to switch over there. They just got going there.
Bradley hits the first free throw. I'm sorry, that's not Bradley, that's Robinson. I've been calling him Bradley for a while now. I don't know how long. But that is Darian Robinson. Makes it 55-30. And he gets them both. Terrell Clark to bring it up for the Bulldogs. Clark being double teamed, gets it to AJ. AJ up and under, can't get the bucket. And that one nearly still falls into AJ's hands. Owens gets it across the line to Porter, into Love. Good defense by Sean Scott. The bucket is good. He'll go to the line for two. So Sean Scott commits his second free throw. 55-33 is the score. As Love goes to the line to try and convert the old school three-point play. .405 to go here in the first half as Love makes it a 21-point game. 55-34 in favor of the Eagan Bulldogs. Springs wanted to go for three, goes up for the pass instead, gets it to Sean Scott, who is wide open in the lane, and it's back to 23. Owens into Love, back to Owens, takes the three ball. Yes! Rodney Owens with his second three ball. That's his second field goal. He's got a handful of free throws, but 2 three balls. Springs.
Backing him down.
Springs backing him down. Fall away, no. AJ gets it out to Sean Scott. Thinks about it. He's got space. He gets dared to take it. He takes it, and it's short off the front of the rim. And what you saw there was Robinson on Scott, and Robinson looked at him and said, go ahead and take it. You won't. And, well, you don't have to dare either of the Scott brothers to take a three. They'll take it from anywhere on the court.
Absolutely, and they'll hit it from anywhere on the court.
Pretty much. Owens takes the bump, and that one goes on Sean. I believe that is Sean's third.
Antonio Barry getting ready to check back in.
Barry getting ready to check back in as Owens goes back to the line. Owens has already hit 4 free throws. Sam Mitchell is checked in for his first minutes of the game. And he hits the first of his 2 free throws. That gives Rodney Owens 11 points on the day on the behind 2 3-pointers, and now a handful of free throws. The second one is up, and the second one rolls around and is good. Clark to bring it up for the Bulldogs. Clark up and under, can't get the bucket to go. And they're teeing up Terrell Clark.
See what he did?
I did not see what he did, but it is a technical. Latrell Love to the line with a chance to get it to 17. And he hits it. Makes it a 17-point game. It's 57-40. 2:48 to go here in the second quarter as we have a timeout, Bulldogs, and Jake and I will be right back. All right, we are back here after the timeout, and if you just saw it, I'm not sure if it was caught on camera, Kavarian Williams is in attendance. Well, Jake, you and I talked to him when he made his way into the gym, and the reason he's not playing is his foot's still a little hurt.
Yeah, but I mean, he could just be trying to get it ready for next weekend. You know, I mean, that's simple. Right now, you have that number 2 seed locked up. Yeah, you want to win this game, but you also don't want to go in with any big injuries.
Owens inbounds to Williams. It gets over to number 4, and that is rebounded airball style. Deshaun Springs from AJ. Sam Mitchell. Oh, and Mitchell slips and falls.
Ice cream man goes down.
Porter for 3. Will Porter, no falls to AJ. And that's up to Terrell Clark. Almost travels. Deshaun Springs for 3. Yes, sir. Deshaun Springs has 10. And just like that, it's back to a 20-point game. Owens to Robinson, and he gets the bucket to go. Clark springs another three ball and another bucket! Deshaun Springs with back-to-back three balls, and he's got 13 all of a sudden. It's 63-42, 21-point game. Ball stripped away from Porter, and Springs gets it stripped away, regathers it. Mitchell, the ice cream man, yes! Three ball for the ice cream man, Sam Mitchell. 1:20 to go, Williams into Love. And Love gets the bucket and one. That one will go on A.J. Wilson. That should be his third. So a trio of three balls from the Bulldogs, back-to-back from Springs, and then, of course, the ice cream man from the corner. Makes it 66-44 in favor of the Bulldogs. 1:12 to go here in the first half as Latrell Love to the line.
Maybe we should ask him if it's good humor or Blue Bunny.
Latrell Love hits the free throw.
I don't care. That's not cute.
Deshaun Springs. Deep three ball. No, he's trying to, that's a heat check. Stripped away by Bradley from Clark from behind. Behind the back to Owens. Or I'm sorry, behind the back for Owens as it rolls off and out of bounds. 54.5 seconds to go. 21-point lead, Bulldogs. And Mitchell, another three ball, no, he can't get it to fall. Rebounded by Williams. Williams to Owens. Owens to Robinson, and the travel is called there. And Robinson goes down in a heap after the play. He is quickly back up, so that's good news.
We got 34 seconds left in this half. We need to close this half out strong.
34.1 seconds to go to your point here.
Ice cream man.
Clean up a little perspiration on the court. A very strong second quarter here. Reminder, after the first quarter, it was a 9-point lead. It's 29-18. It is now 66-45 in favor of the Bulldogs.
Yeah, well, right now the Bulldogs just have to keep playing their game. Right now they're holding TC Elite. They're playing great defense. I mean, you're not going to hold any team scoreless, but they're really keeping them in check.
30 seconds, under 30 seconds to go. Clark behind the leg, between the legs dribble, gets it taken away, and that one ends up being a kick ball, and it will be TC Elite basketball under their basket. Clark trying to get a little too fancy, I think, on that one, Jake.
I mean, honestly, I think there's a lot of bad blood right now.
21 seconds to go. Score remains 66-45. Inbound, Porter, Bradley.
Come on, Ernest.
Oh, I'm sorry, that's not Bradley, that's Ford, Javion Ford. Deshaun Springs, another three ball, and another basket. He's got 16 with 7 seconds to go. And Porter gets the foul, 2.6 seconds to go, and now he will go to the line.
I wonder if I can find out from Mike Jason why exactly Will Porter's no longer with the Bulldogs.
That might be something to talk to Mr. Wright about as well. Will Porter to the line for two. And he misses the first one. And he hits the second one. Shot was good if it goes, and it is no good. And there you have it, folks. At half, it is the Eagan Bulldogs 69 and the TC Elite 46. Jake and I will be right back with our halftime recap. Stay tuned. Welcome back to the Dog Pound, the Eagan Community Center, 69-46. About 2 minutes to go until we get into the second half here. Jason Reinders, Jake Weldy, as always. Jake, what'd you see in that first half? How did Eagan blow this game out, essentially, in the second quarter?
Defense, Jason. I don't think we can specify how important that pressure defense is. They get up on those TC Elite players, are not giving them room to make. They're going to have to take and make tough shots, and right now they're not falling for TC. But again, there's still a second half. They got to keep playing with the same intensity. You're seeing it from Antonio Berry all the way down to Sam Mitchell. Intensity is a big thing today.
I'm just going to call it out right now, the impact player, especially in that second quarter, because all of his points came in the second quarter, is Deshaun Springs. He got 16 in that second quarter alone, taking the leading scorer for the Bulldogs, that is Deshaun Springs. Leading scorer of the game, that is Latrell Love of TC Elite. He's got 17.
Well, I mean, Deshaun Springs, we know him as the human highlight reel. He's known for his dunks, but right now what we're seeing is range, and he is busting their rear ends from downtown. Yeah, I think he's 3 of 4.
That's probably a good bet. I mean, at least 3 of 4, if maybe a little bit better. But either way, we've got about 30 seconds here. Jake and I will be right back as we get ready for the second half. Stay tuned, going for the final half of the regular season. And we are back here at the Eagan Community Center. We have dubbed it the Dog Pound here this season. 12 minutes are on the clock as we get ready for the final half of this 2019 NBL season. Couple of balls on the court. CJ shooting down to our left. It is 69-46 in favor of the Bulldogs. Jake, do we see another... I won't call it a class. Does TC Elite get this closer, or do the Bulldogs continue to blow this game out and make it 30, 40, or even 50 points?
I mean, that's really going to depend, because right now you also got to consider the fact that all the fouls that were called in the first half, the Bulldogs are going to have to maybe slow down on some of it so they can stop creating so many fouls.
It should be a good half.
Come on, Sean, let's go.
If the pace holds, and I'm just going on pace here, we're looking at 138-92, but we know that probably won't be the final score. I'm not quite sure what that was about, but it is an inbound pass, and we are off in the second half. CJ Parker, Sean Scott, AJ Wilson. Sean Scott 4-3, no. Off the top of the backboard, rebound by Mark Cooper. Cooper gets around Trey, and off of, I think it went off of Trey, either off of Trey or off of CJ. Either way, TC Elite still maintains possession. Robinson. Love again, the leading scorer here after the first half with 17. Makes the guy miss, long 3-ball, no. Clark gets the rebound. AJ Wilson with the jam. He opens the scoring here in the second half. AJ Wilson now joins the group of 10. Robinson.
We know AJ can join the group of 30 if he wants to.
Robinson for 3, can't get it. Taken away from Williams under the basket. CJ Parker comes down with it. Parker. Trey Scott. No, that's off. Tipped by Terrell Clark, and it falls into the hands of Latrell Love. Well, that was punted away. I guess that's the best way to call it, is Trey Scott punted that one away. Right in front of us, this is Javion Bradley, I'm sorry. Into Mark Cooper. TC Elite now trail 71-46. That's a 25-point game. Love leans in, stripped away by Trey. Behind the back, and he's around, and we're off to the races. Dishes to Steve McGee, but he gets called for the charge.
I think that's going to be 3 on
think that's actually 4 on Trey.
I think that's going to get Bryce Williams off that bench here real quick.
71-46 is the score. 10.5 or 10:15, I'm sorry, remaining here in the third quarter. It is a 25-point game. Bradley to race up for TC Elite. And foul they're called on 0-0. That is Perel Williams, and I do believe that is his second.
Well, that was him and Mighty Mouse jostling for position. That's as simple as what it was.
Mighty Mouse, of course, is Steve McGee. Ladies and gentlemen, you have to get used to a couple of our nicknames because they're going to stick. The refs now conferencing real quick to make sure they got the right call. Well, that must not have gone on Williams because it is TC basketball. Love barrels his way in and travels. Well, and it doesn't make a difference, but Javion Bradley drained a long, deep 3 there after the whistle.
I just wonder if things don't start getting testy, you know. Both teams are going to have to keep their heads. The motion
to Parker. Into Trey Scott. Oh, I thought he lost it, but it turns out CJ's right there. And it's going to remain Eagan back. No, it goes to TC.
Ready to check back in.
It goes to TC.
Mighty Mouse.
Bradley in, ready to check to inbounds the ball as McGee checks out.
In for Mighty Mouse.
Bradley to Cooper. Cooper up. And he gets it tipped away. Sean Scott on the floor commits the foul, and I do think that is his 4th. TC Elite to inbound right to our immediate right. Bradley to Cooper. And Cooper travels. And they got him for a travel, so it's not going to go as a personal foul, but you're absolutely right. I saw him extend the forearm.
That's a push-off. That could have been a foul right there, and that could be another one on it.
Akeem Cubey has checked in for Sean Clark to bring it up for the Bulldogs. 9.5 to go in the third quarter. Parker spins, takes the fall away, no way short, rebounded by Cooper. Cooper races forward behind the back to Williams, to Love, reach in by CJ. That one's taken away by Trey. Trey all by himself gets the lay-in. Trey Scott has 8. 2 3 balls and that deuce.
I mean, you got to give Trey credit. Even with 4 fouls, he's willing to still reach in there and get that ball.
Robinson splits the defense, gets in. Terrell Clark looking for the push, but it will go on Terrell Clark, and I do think that is his 3rd. Bradley to inbound under the basket for TC Elite. Gets it to Owens. Owens takes the 3. No, that's well short. Tipped away. Eagan basketball. CJ Parker to inbounds, gets it to Terrell Clark, and we're off and running. Here we go. 8:53 to go now. 73-46. Terrell Clark, a long 2, can't get it. CJ goes up and draws the foul. He'll shoot 2. And I think that one is going on Rodney Owens, and if I'm correct, that is his 4th. Couple players coming into foul trouble here really soon.
Yeah, but you also got a couple of really deep teams. So, I mean, as much as foul trouble hurts, having that depth helps.
CJ Parker hits the first free throw. Second free throw is up. Second free throw is good. And just like that, it's a 6-0 run to start the second half. Owens into Love. Love spins. Love to Bradley. Ford, no. Ford finally gets it to roll around, and that's the first 2 points for Ford. Trey Scott, deep three, deep money for Trey Scott.
There goes NBA range.
Owens brings it up, 78-48. It's a 30-point game. Owens, bank not open, up to CJ, Trey. Trey gets the running bucket to go. Ford to bring it up for TC Elite. TC Elite come in at 8-7, of course, trying to lock in the 5 seed. Love for 3. Love gets the ball. 80-51. QB for 3. No. Rebounded by Owens. Bradley. Behind the back to Ford. Ford nearly traveled. Love another 3 ball. Love no. Rebound by CJ. 80-51. 7 minutes to go. And 7:13 to go. And Clark gets the foul called. And that one goes on Owens. So I do believe that is his 4th. And Bryce Williams is ready to check in. Bryce for Trey.
Isn't that big guy from Iowa?
I don't know.
Him?
I have no idea.
Looks like him.
Could be. Terrell Clark to the line. He will shoot 2. 80-51 is the score. 7:13 to go here in the third quarter, and off the front of the rim.
We're going to have to get these free throws better going into next week. I mean, yeah, you're up 29, but you could be up way more right now.
What is the free throw percentage, Jake, while we have a minute as Terrell Clark gets ready to take the second one?
Right now, Eagan Bulldogs right around 50%, and I was...
This is the second one. Home run ball to Will Porter. Stripped away as Porter goes up by CJ Parker. CJ Parker gets the foul called. AJ gets it to CJ.
Let's go, Chris Rock.
Bryce Williams has checked in, gets the ball. Around, up, no, can't get the bucket to go. Rebound falls to Williams. Perrell Williams. Akeem QB on him. Kicks it to Love. Love for 3, no, short. Rebounded by AJ, up to QB. QB to Williams. Williams blocked away by a Jacarius Ford. It will stay with Eagan under the basket. 6:39, 80-51 remains the score.
I would say, though, if this stays a 29-point game at the end of this quarter, this game's probably over.
Deep 3 by QB, and it's missed.
I think that was AJ.
Oh, I'm sorry, you're right, it was AJ. Long 3 for TC Elite, number 22. That's Javion Bradley. And there's Bryce Williams, no. And they're just chucking up the threes.
Trey Scott.
Porter, Bradley. Bradley to Love, can't corral it, and it is Eagan basketball.
That was not Bryce that shot that ball. That was Trey Scott.
Oh, my mistake. Deshaun Springs checking back in now for Trey Scott. QB inbound to Bryce Williams. Bryce Williams across the line. We have 6 minutes to go here in the third quarter. AJ Looking for QB, finds him into CJ. Behind the back, Bryce Williams. And believe it or not, beautiful movement. Believe it or not, that's Bryce Williams' first points of the game.
Oh, I can believe it. You know, he said to us he was in a funk.
Love gets called for the travel. Got the bucket to go, but he gets called for the travel. Bryce Williams inbounds to Deshaun Springs. Springs to A.J. Wilson. Wilson for three, no, short. Falls all the way back out to C.J., back into A.J. A.J. with a sling.
A.J. King calling Wilson.
That one's taken away by QB. Williams into the lane. Yes, sir. Bryce Williams.
Uh-oh. They're in danger. Danger, Will Robinson. Danger.
Williams for TC Elite. No. Rebounded by QB. And QB will race up the center of the court. Stops at the line. Gives it to CJ. CJ to Bryce Williams. Pops it way long. Ford, number 3, Bradley, number 22, blocked away by A.J. Williams, gets the rebound, 0-0 with the bucket. And Williams has got 8. 86-53, it's a 33-point game.
CJ the Candyman.
CJ, yes sir! CJ Parker with a 3-ball. Williams to Ford for 3. Yep, Jacarius Ford with a 3-ball of his own. Deshaun Springs gathers it.
Go!
QB. QB around Williams, takes the bump and draws the foul. And it will be Eagan basketball on the inbounds from the side.
I'm kind of wondering why Deshaun Springs, after the past QB, when they weren't paying attention, didn't just make a run for the rim, and maybe we get that alley-oop highlight.
I think they're just trying to push the limit right now and push the score. Maybe go for some highlights later in the fourth when it's actually over.
Well, I mean, if you're up by 30-something, after this quarter, the game's going to be over.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I think that's when the highlights will start to come, if we're going to see
Now,
them.
are we going to see him go one left-handed, one right-handed, like we did yesterday?
Just like we did yesterday. Yeah, and I didn't realize he was going to the line, so yes. Akeem QB to the line for 2. And that one was right-handed. He missed the first. See if he switches to left this time.
He is. He absolutely is.
And he goes 0 for 2 from the line this time. Ernest Clayton has checked in. And Cooper can't get it to fall, and it comes to QB. QB off to the race. He got Williams all the way by himself. Coast to coast. Akeem QB has 4.
Clayton into the game.
Williams for TC Elite. That's Perot Williams. Bradley. Yes, sir. I keep calling him Bradley. That's Robinson. And I do apologize. Darius Robinson for TC Elite. Bryce Williams. All the way by himself, untouched. Bryce Williams. Very quietly has 6 in this third quarter. Cooper, 93-59. Love. Yes. Latrell Love. Bryce Williams has Springs, finds QB. QB into the lane, draws the foul. He will go back to the line for 2.
And you wonder how much emotion is playing in this for TC Elite. Are they going to start giving up, or are they going to try to keep fighting?
That is the operative question here, yes. 3:01 to go here in the third quarter. QB to the line, 93-61. Simple math, that shows it's a 32-point game. Make it 33. Akeem QB hits the free throw.
First one was right-handed. Does it go back to the left hand on the second one?
So, just for the record, yet to score for the Bulldogs, Steve McGee, Ernest Clayton, Antonio Berry.
Very good at 3.
And the second one falls off for QB as Robinson gets in and gets the bucket to go. and he's got 9. Long three for Ernest Clayton on the deep 3 ball. Ernest Clayton takes his name off the list
Because we just that good.
Latrell Love has got the touch. Latrell Love gets the 2 ball. 97-65. Deshaun Springs.
Getting fancy.
Springs on Cooper. Following, no, can't get it to go. He wanted it. He wanted it bad. Cooper all the way to the lane, into the bucket. Yes, Mark Cooper gets his first 2 points of the game. Bryce Williams, and it's a 30-point game. Bryce Williams loses the handle behind the back dribble, bumps off the forward, takes the shot, and up over the backboard, out of bounds. 1:48 to go, 30-point game, 97-67.
Right, and right now it seems like they're trying to play a lot of hero ball instead of doing what it took to build this lead, and that's a little concerning.
Ford with the long 3 falls off. Robinson with the shot falls off. And Williams gets the board, gets the bucket, and the foul. He will go to the line. Pharrell Williams to the line with 10 points right now, 97-69. With 97 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter, he gets the first one to fall.
Well, he only got one. It was a and one.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, you're right. QB, bring it up for the Bulldogs. QB.
It's the Rubik's Cube.
And he falls off. Loses the handle. It's TC Elite basketball, 97-70. Now with 90 seconds to go. Cooper to Robinson, and, well, you don't see it often, but it does happen. The ball is stuck in between the rim and the basket.
And Mighty Mouse goes and gets it.
1:23 to go. Still a 27-point game.
We got a 3-guard lineup in the game. Did CJ Parker ever play for TC Elite?
I don't know. That's actually a good question. Cooper on the tip. I guess I didn't realize there was a jump ball here at center court, but it goes out. Oh, they called a foul there. I didn't see they called a foul on though. Oh, they called it on Springs, so that is Springs' 2nd foul. So they have a jump ball here at center court, and it goes immediately out, and I think that's the 2nd time he's done that, Jake.
Air ball.
I think that's the second time he's done that today. And he's 0 for 3 from the line. Rebound comes down, goes right back to Cooper. Cooper gets the bucket to go that way.
Go, Bryce, push.
72. Bryce gets around Ford, up and under. Gets the bucket to go. Bryce Williams has 8.
Circus shot.
Antonio Berry and Steve McGee remain the only players for the Bulldogs yet to score. Robinson draws the foul on Akeem Cubey. Cubey commits his first. 99-72. The next bucket gets us over the century mark. 50.8 seconds to go here in the 3rd quarter. And Robinson gets the first one to go. 99-73. And the second one falls off. Akubi with the rebound. Akubi with 45 seconds to go. McGee! Steve McGee checks his name onto the scoring sheet.
Mighty Mouse Blue.
Nearly stolen by Bryce Williams. Ford kicks it to Robinson for 3. No. Falls to Williams, and Pharrell Williams has another 2-point bucket. He's got 13. Deshaun Springs. Springs being guarded by Mark Cooper. taken away by Mark Cooper. And that one's stolen away. And it's going to go double tech. Deshaun is getting testy, and Cooper is getting testy. Techs go on both sides. So, Jake, with the tech going on both sides, who shoots? Or do they both get a shot?
It's just a double penalty. There's going to be no free throws.
So, Cooper, you're right and you're wrong. They're not going to shoot the technical fouls, but Cooper will go to the line for 2 for the regular.
But no, for the double technical, there will be no free throws for the technical.
Well, apparently they're going to clear out. Okay, maybe not. So things keep changing over here, but no. So Cooper will go to the line. He will shoot 2 on the foul by Deshaun Springs. Cooper still can't get one.
That's 3 missed field, 4 now straight though.
Cooper.
And here comes the air ball.
Finally gets the free throw to fall. Rolls it inbound to QB.
What's QB doing?
QB gets across the line, loses his handle, gets it back, and tries to dish it off and draws the foul. 101-76, 1.3 seconds to go.
And the QB is going to go to the line.
QB back to the line. He will shoot 2.
This might be the biggest blowout we've seen the Bulldogs pull on anybody this season.
Yes, because the only other blowout, the 30-point blowout, was at Rochester, and neither of us made that trip. QB to the line. Can't get that one to go. 1.3 seconds to go. 101-76 is the score.
I mean, a 35-point game or 25-point game, this game is pretty well in hand for the Bulldogs. They're just going to have to keep playing great ball the next last quarter.
QB.
Left-handed.
Takes the free throw and hits the free throw. Shot was good if it went. It was not good. Did not know. So after 3 quarters, 102-76 is the score. Jake and I will be right back. We are back here at the Dog Pound for the final quarter of the regular season. 102-76, the Bulldogs lead.
How did the ball come down here and not from the other way? Come on, Claudio!
Bulldogs lead over TC lead as I attempt to finish my thought here. And it does look like they will move all the way down to the end.
As it should.
Inbound to Perrell Williams, and TC Lee gives it right back to Mark Cooper. And we are finally underway here in the 4th quarter. Cooper all the way to the bucket, can't get it to fall. Mighty Mouse, Steve McGee comes down with the rebound. McGee. All the way up, yes sir, Steve McGee. All by himself. Jacarius Ford.
Mother!
And Robinson draws the foul.
Mighty Mouse.
That one goes on Sam Mitchell. That is his first. Inbound here to Mark Cooper, gets around and gets the bucket. Nearly stolen away by Mark Cooper. What are they going to call there? Are they calling jump ball? Did somebody call a timeout?
I think they're going to call a jump ball, but you can't have possession of the ball when it's behind you.
I thought that was a little weird too. It was literally behind his back. He was laying on top of it. So after that is all figured out, we will finally get back underway here. TC Elite will inbound. Robinson on Barry. Barry, good defense by Barry, rebound by Steve McGee. Mitchell to Barry. Barry for three. No, can't get it to fall. Jacarius Ford. All the way across to Robinson. McGee closes him down and gets the foul. So Steve McGee draws his first foul. .478 is the score here. 10:36 to go. And Perrell Williams gets the inbound, the bucket, and one. Another foul on Steve McGee. So two quick ones on McGee. Williams knew he missed it and got his own rebound. Williams up, Barry, and Barry commits the foul. Antonio Barry has three. And Williams will go back to the line this time for two. Hits the first one, Perrell Williams. And Perrell Williams, I believe, is the only double-zero in the league. And that one falls off, rebound to Ernest Clayton. Sam Mitchell to bring it across the line. 10:20 to go now. It's a 23-point game. Barry into Mitchell. Mitchell up and under. No, Barry with the rebound. Barry, no. Kent comes down with it.
Tied up! Get in there and grab the ball.
And that one, I believe, went on Sam Mitchell. And if that's the case, that's his second.
Hey, Dawes, let's go. I mean, there's more jumping than what it got to be. Get this thing over with. Let's go. Y'all playing with it. Close this junk out.
Where's the penalty?
Jacarius Ford to Mark Cooper. Back to Robinson. Robinson into Love. Love, no, can't get it to go. And Trey Scott comes away with it. Trey Scott races down the court, takes the bump, can't get it to fall. And Sam Mitchell commits that foul. That one was definitely 100% on Sam Mitchell.
Oh, yeah. Now look at this game, it's starting to get closer.
104-81, just under 10 minutes to go as Williams will go to the line.
Run it up. Y'all playing.
call technical for a guy that's on the court that shouldn't be. His feet are on the court.
Yes, he is.
I see the baseline. Or I see the sideline. Right shirt. He's on the court. Good.
All right, Terrell Williams now to the line. Misses the first one.
Another one just like that.
So on the court for the Bulldogs, you have
3 guards.
AJ Wilson, Antonio Berry, Sam Mitchell, Deshaun Springs, and he misses the second one. Love comes down with it, gets the bucket and one. Sam Mitchell, Antonio Berry, AJ Wilson, Deshaun Springs, and Trey Scott all on.
That falls on AJ.
And that foul goes on AJ. That, I believe, is his 5th.
CJ Parker checks back in for Antonio Berry.
CJ in. Sean is in as well. Robinson can't get the bucket. And Deshaun Springs finally comes down with it for Eagan. Trey Scott, 4-3. No, way long. Falls to Sean. AJ, CJ, 4-3.
Bang.
No, can't get it to fall. The bucket is closed now. Jacarius Ford for 3. No, that's way long. All the way up to AJ. And that one's stripped away. Hard foul, good foul, but a hard foul nonetheless.
That should be a flagrant foul.
On Mark
Hit him in the
Cooper.
Air, that's a defenseless person. That should be a flagrant foul. That should be free
CJ, no. CJ gets it. It wasn't stripped away. He lost it on a foul, so that foul is called. And that one goes on Robinson. CJ to inbound. 9:09 to go, 104 to 83. Berry looks at it. Berry backs him down, gives it to AJ. No, AJ can't get the bucket. Williams. Ford gets the bucket. Jacarius Ford with another 3 ball. And it's an 18-point game, 104-86. CJ Parker behind the back with Love on him, up and under, and he draws the foul.
Thank you.
She acting surprised when they didn't even call a foul on the.
You're not showing no clock management. You rushing.
Timeout for TC Elite. Jake and I will be right back after these quick messages. All right, back here after the timeout, as the Bulldogs lead has gone from 30, in fact I think it was 33 at one point, down to 18. It's 104-86 with 8:35 to go here in regulation. CJ Parker to the line, gets the bucket to go. Parker can't get the second to go. Berry can't corral the rebound. Ford gonna race forward for TC Elite. Ford to Cooper. Cooper. Williams. Blocked away by Trey. And another foul is called there, this time on CJ. Latrell Love to the line. got 26, make that 27 now. Love. Up and good. Latrell Love is all but automatic from the line. A.J. Wilson inbounds to C.J. Parker, 105-88. It's a 17-point game. Sean Scott, yes, with the fall away deuce, 107-88. Cooper nearly has it taken away, and Cooper gets the up and under to fall. Long three for Barry, no, can't hit it. 7:45 to go, 107-90. Ford. Back to Robinson, no. Ford ended up taking that one. Trey Scott, no. Barry, no. Can't get the tip. Barry, no. Trey Scott, yes. And Trey Scott has 15. Jacarius Ford. Robinson back to Ford. Ford steps forward, back to Robinson in the corner. Robinson gets pushed by Sean. So I think that is Sean's fifth, as Robinson will go to the line. 109-90 is the score. Robinson gets the free throw to fall. Ford out and Bradley in. 109-91, 7:07 to go as he hits the second free throw. Parker to Sean Scott. Sean Scott backing him down. And Sean Scott commits the foul. So I do believe Sean Scott has just fouled out. He sits down, Terrell Clark comes back in. Cooper has the lane, gets the bucket. Mark Cooper off to the races, 109-94. C.J. Parker, Terrell Clark. Terrell Clark up and under. Ooh, that was fancy. Terrell Clark with the bucket. Cooper has it stolen away by Trey Scott. He's off to the races. Trey Scott, yes sir. 113-94. Robinson nearly taken away. Robinson gets the bucket to go, however. Parker to Terrell Clark. 6 minutes. Halfway done with this third quarter.
It's a 17-point game.
Clark loses it. It's a jump ball. .549 to go. 113-96 is the score. And it's looking like that 120 to 125 just might be right, Jake.
Yeah. The second half has really turned on its head, especially this fourth quarter. It's like the Bulldogs can't get things to fall, but they keep answering the runs, which is a good thing.
Well, you said it. All they have to do is keep playing, and as cliche as it is, basketball being a game of runs, CC Elite has gone on a major run here in the fourth quarter.
Absolutely. They've cut it all the way from a 23-point lead to now just 7. So right now they're outscoring the Bulldogs by 6 in this quarter, but we've also seen the Bulldogs up as much as 33, and it's just like they took their foot off the gas for a minute.
Another half-court tip here. Terrell Clark against Mark Cooper. Terrell Clark wins the tip to Trey Scott. And oh, he tried to go to A.J. Wilson, who's streaking down the center lane, can't hit him. Owens checks in, Williams checks out. Cooper will let it roll all the way to midcourt. He'll let it roll as far as he can. I don't blame him. Cooper over to, that is number 22. Javion Bradley hits his first three ball of the game. It's 113-99. It's a 14-point game. Trey Scott slips. Ball comes to AJ. Back to Trey. Back over to AJ. To Barry. Barry thought about it. Into Clark. Clark, easy bucket. Yes, sir. Terrell Clark. Makes it 115-99. 16-point game. Bradley to Robinson. Long three, no. Falls, and that's Terrell Clark on the run, and it goes out of bounds. It is Eagan basketball. Another hard fall for Terrell Clark.
It looked like he was bumped there, which threw him off balance. Luckily, Egan's going to keep this ball. They're up 16. They really need a bucket on this possession right here. 5:03 to go. We have a timeout. 115-99, the Bulldogs lead. Are they going to be able to hold on to this lead, or will TC Elite make this final run and complete the season sweep of the Bulldogs? We will be right back to find out. I thought they were 1-1 against them.
TC Elite won early this season. Back here, still 5:03 to go. The timeout is complete. 115-99 is the score. Your Bulldogs lead. They're 5 minutes away from evening the season series up at 1-1, possibly shifting the playoff seedings on the bottom half of the Western Conference, and then moving themselves to 12-4. Inbound comes to CJ. AJ at the top of the key, back to CJ at the elbow. Into Terrell Clark. And no, can't get the bucket to fall. Robinson gets the rebound up to Cooper. Cooper back to Love. Love into Williams. No, that's not Williams. That is Rodney Owens. 115-101. CJ backs in. It's stolen away by Cooper. And Cooper gets the bucket. Here comes another run from TC Elite. 115-103. First time it's been this close since the first quarter. CJ Parker. All the way, tried to go all the way across to Trey. That one is stolen away by Trey from Mark Cooper. Home run ball to Terrell Clark. Terrell Clark gets the bucket, and we have stopped their little run. Little injury timeout. I can't tell who that is that's down. 3:52 to go, 117-103. It's a 14-point game. It is Javion Bradley that's down. Good news is he's back up. We are ready to play again. Mark Cooper looks a little ginger off to our right.
He looks tired. He just looks tired. He looks winded.
But I hate to say it, without him in the lineup, they don't make this run, and this game is no longer close, or it's not close yet.
That's true. It's absolutely true. I mean, the game's only 14 right now, and there's still just right around 4 minutes. There's still a lot of time in this game.
Cooper has all 15 of his points, most of them coming here in the fourth, but all 15 here in the second half.
Yeah, that's big. Somebody lost their clamps on somebody, but we're going to have to see what happens.
Rolled forward, Bradley. Cooper going to corral it right here at midcourt. Cooper. 117-103, down to 3:40 to go. Into Owens, can't get it. It was a good pass there, but it's a missed shot. Clark out to Barry, to Trey Scott, 4-3. Nope. No, way short, and off the back of the backboard.
It wasn't short, it was left.
Owens will inbound here to Cooper. Cooper with both hands on his knees. It's going to roll forward again. Still 1 117-103. Picks it up just past half court. Thinks about it. Robinson takes it. Robinson gets it. Darian Robinson on the 3 ball. 117-106. It's an 11-point game. Trey Scott corrals it. Trey Scott gets around him. And Cooper looking for a wrap, but draws the foul. Cooper gets his 4th. CJ Parker to inbound. It's an 11-point game, 3:14 to go here in the game. Inbound to AJ. Over to CJ. CJ for a deep 3. No, can't get it.
Yes!
Oh, wow, it does fall. It kind of deadened itself on the rim, but it fell.
English.
Bradley. Nearly stolen by Trey. Out to Cooper. Out to Love for 3. Yes! Latrell Love for 3. Inbounds quickly given back to CJ from AJ. Put out by Terrell Clark. And that's taken away by Owens. And CJ comes down with it. CJ off to the races.
Got numbers.
4-on-2. Kick ball there on TC Elite. 120-109 is the score. 2.5 remains in regulation.
Still a lot of time. 11 points. That's not that much. That's 4 possessions. Right now, TC Elite, or if Bulldogs score on this possession, they'll be about 5 possessions. They had numbers there. I think CJ could have pushed it probably more into the lane and maybe got an easier layup.
Coulda, shoulda, woulda. We will take a short break here on the timeout. 2:30 to go. 120-109. Jason and Jake, we'll be right back. All right, back here after the timeout. The inbound will come right in front of us. Jake, what has to happen in the last 2.5 minutes for the Bulldogs to wrap this game up?
Clock management, defense, communication, ball movement.
You got to hit a few shots too, of course.
Absolutely. Because you got the air blowing on them on the other end.
CJ to inbound, gives it to AJ. Gives it back to CJ. Into QB. Nearly walked. Clark gets the bucket and 1. Clark goes to the line. Good vision, good court vision there from Akeem QB.
I mean, yeah, that's perfect. That's pounding them inside. That's what they're going to have to do right now. Try to get the easy baskets. Up 13, make this free throw go up 14. But I'm telling you, this game could be blown open, wide open right now.